We need Greenland for national security, so we're going to see what happens.
We need Greenland for national security, so we're going to see what happens. These two short sentences from US President Donald Trump were enough to shake global politics once again. With this statement, Trump made it clear that he is not backing down from his controversial position on Greenland, a territory that officially belongs to Denmark, but is now at the center of an international power struggle. So why is Greenland suddenly so important? And why has this issue become a matter of national security? Let's understand the full picture, step by step. Greenland may appear remote and frozen, but in reality, it is one of the most strategically valuable locations on Earth. It sits between North America and Europe, and lies directly along emerging Arctic Sea routes. As climate change melts Arctic ice, these routes are opening faster than ever before, reducing travel time for ships and increasing military access for the United States. This makes Greenland a key defensive shield for North America. Trump argues that whoever controls Greenland controls the gateway to the Arctic. Trump has repeatedly said that Greenland is vital not just for US security, but also for Denmark's security. According to him, Denmark simply does not have the resources or military power to protect such a massive and strategically sensitive region if global rivals decide to move in. Trump believes that only the United States has the capability to monitor Arctic airspace, detect missile threats early, counter large-scale military expansion. From his perspective, US involvement is not aggression, it is prevention. Trump specifically mentioned Russia and China, and this is not accidental. Russia has been steadily expanding its Arctic footprint. It has reopened military bases, increased naval patrols, and invested heavily in Arctic infrastructure. China, on the other hand, has declared itself a near-Arctic power. It has invested in research stations, shipping projects, and mining interests across the polar region. The concern in Washington is not an immediate invasion, but slow, long-term influence. Trump fears that if the US does nothing now, Greenland could eventually fall under the strategic shadow of America's rivals. Trump's comments came shortly after a high-level meeting at the White House involving the foreign ministers of Greenland and Denmark, along with the US Vice President and Secretary of State. The goal was to discuss long-term security in the Arctic. However, Denmark's foreign minister later admitted that the meeting failed to change the American position. In his words, fundamental differences between the two sides remain. Denmark has taken a firm stand. Its leadership has openly said that President Trump's desire to take control of Greenland is unacceptable. Denmark argues that Greenland already has self-rule, political rights, protection through NATO. From Denmark's perspective, Greenland is not a piece of land to be negotiated. It is a society with its own people and future. Greenland's leaders have also rejected Trump's idea. They have said they welcome cooperation, investment, and partnership, but they will not accept foreign control. For Greenland, the issue is about dignity and sovereignty. They do not want to become a bargaining chip in a global power game despite rejecting Trump's claims. Denmark admits that the Arctic security environment is changing. Melting ice is transforming the region into a new zone of competition. However, Danish officials argue that there is no immediate threat from Russia or China that cannot be handled through cooperation, diplomacy, and existing defense agreements. As tensions rose, Europe moved quickly to support Denmark. Germany, Sweden, and Norway announced they would send military personnel to Greenland to strengthen Arctic defense. These moves were coordinated with NATO allies and meant to signal unity and preparedness. Officials insist these deployments are defensive, not provocative. At its core, this dispute is not about ownership, it is about influence. Greenland offers strategic military positioning, rare minerals essential for modern technology, control over future Arctic trade routes. As the Arctic becomes more accessible, Greenland's importance will only increase. This is why global powers are watching so closely. For now, Trump remains firm. Denmark and Greenland remain united. NATO continues to strengthen Arctic defenses. A working group has been formed to continue discussions, but the disagreement remains unresolved. Greenland may look silent and frozen, but beneath the ice lies the future of global power. As the world turns its attention north, one thing is clear. The Arctic is no longer just a cold frontier. It is the next geopolitical battlefield, and Greenland stands right at its center,